Astrology time, rabbit. And today is the 1st of August, so that's my froggy rabbit, which sounds like ribbit, which was kind of funny because we were in Boston last night for a concert on the waterfront, and there was a little hotel in a park, and they had all these little decorative pieces on the sides of concrete and granite that had frogs on the corners of them. So that was pretty cool, right on the Seaport District. So yeah, it was a beautiful night for a concert. It's a beautiful day for astrology too. So let's talk about this, okay? We have our moon in Pisces all day long, and it's a focused moon. So we're going to get in touch with a lot of different things here, right? It is Lammas, which is Lunacy, the pagan festival of the first harvest, okay? And it's very fitting because we saw Tori Amos last night. Not necessarily pagan or anything like that, but definitely was right on the money, right on the spot. Wonderful experience. First time I'd ever seen her in concert, so that was great. So look, it's time to get in touch with some very Pisces stuff today because it feels like we need to set a few things straight, okay? We do. It's almost like we need to set some intentions and some reconnect with some of the things that we wanted to move towards, and we want to get moving back towards some things too, right? So we're also going to bring Saturn into discussion today as well. So with that focused moon, what's lost is found, and what is in the bag is now out of our grasp for some reason. And, hey, that's just the way it goes, right? Where are we going with this? What are we doing? We will find out, right? We're just going to be trusting our intuition, and we're going to be going deep inside. Mercury in Cancer will be trying with the moon in Pisces later on today. So this is a great indication of where we're going and how deep we're going inside, particularly with Jupiter and the sun still part of that whole cradle situation. They're going to start moving away from it very quickly. So we're going to have to take advantage of this. So it's a great day for creativity. It's a great day for reimagining what things could possibly be and starting to reshape things. We told you yesterday how those winds had shifted with the nodes. And so now we were going, perhaps leaning a little bit too far into what Virgo capabilities there were from Pisces, and now we returned and we have those Pisces capabilities coming back in, and now it's time to rebalance both of them, right? So it really is focused on our health and getting back to where we need to be, and also just what is that hair doing? Okay, fix that for a second. All right, and also to just, it's the first of the month, so it's time to just get that done. State those intentions. Get them feeling, right? Look, maybe we need to take up some kind of 10-day challenge. I don't know. Anything. We have to find a way to alter some of our recent habits. And then the necessary change, or you're going to have changes forced upon you. So you can do it either willingly or unwillingly. The key word is seeing. We got to see what it is that we need to be doing. Now, this the color is the color of twilight, so it's kind of bluish right before, that night sky right before it turns totally dark, right? So what we need to do, and got people probably looking for this right now already, because it is actually almost 6 in the morning here, and that clock's going to go off behind me. So anyway, look, got you the color, right? It's time that we use this month to change some of our behaviors and habits so that they align with our desire to be the face and name of our endeavors. Leo stuff, right? The Leo season stuff that we're going to have to start really, really stepping into. And since we have the sun now that just passed Jupiter, now we have that chance to try to really start to want to, expand ourselves and put ourselves out there. But you got to be careful that you're not doing it in a way that's going to be taking away from the things that you need to be doing for yourself spiritually and inside. And that Pisces moon is a great reminder with Mercury in Cancer to just really make sure we're taking care of that. Make sure we're taking care of ourselves, because that's where Cancer comes from, that sense of security, right? And if we don't have the security, we don't have that strong home base within us, we're not going to be able to do the other things that we need to do. So that's why we kind of got to return to that, because it's not just, it's not just this thing that's out there that we just got to go get. We have to be able to make sure that we put ourselves together to be able to go and get it in the best possible condition that we can be in, mentally, physically, spiritually. Okay, so look, what has been keeping us from fully realizing our innermost drive? I would say that was probably Mercury in that shadow period, and it still had an effect up until the last minute yesterday, right? And now it's not there anymore. So we also have to say that those nodes that shifted, we can feel that different pull now. We can feel that pull more towards what we need to be putting out there and how we need to be putting ourselves out there. And it really means that it's the time for searching and just, trying to make sure it was perfect is gone. Now we have to just be able to put ourselves out there in a way that we're confident about, right? Because we're gaining that confidence. And we gain that confidence because we have that ability. Go inside this today and find that ability. Go inside today and find where that strength is going to be brought forward and what you need to do to reinforce that. Numbers resonate frequencies. And yesterday I told you that the Lion's Gate was open and we're halfway through it. Well, just to be clear, this isn't like some cosmic gate that's out there that we're going to go through, or that energy is going to start coming down to us. It starts with us. It starts within us. We put that energy out there. The energy we put out is equal to the energy we receive. So we have to make sure that what we're doing is we're crossing that energetic gateway internally. Okay? It begins inside of us. Who wouldn't want to live more purposely, more directed, and healthier? Starts within you, right? Cross that gate. Our subconscious can bring us to that point. You have to do the work, however, and let go of the things that are holding you back. Okay, there's certain comforts, perhaps. Maybe there's some familiarity. Maybe we're just got into some different habits over the last couple of weeks or say month that we just need to really just be done with and just get back to something that was working for us a little better, right? Just a little bit, not much. So it's very, very fine tweaking, but it's done deep inside, and that's what we're going to do it. So today we're free to completely reimagine what our lives should be and how the spiritual freedom to reimagine our lives the way they should be must go hand in hand with our physical health and our ability to do the work, and especially work that maintains your health and work that maintains your sense of self, because that's going to be very important in this Leo season as we start moving forward. That sense of self, right, has to be pretty unshakable, because we want to make sure that all the work that we've done, everything we've done up to this point, matters, okay? And it matters. That matters starting with us, right? There's no time for it to be back and forth and, oh my goodness, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. It's there for reasons, right? We've got that Saturn sitting in there. That Saturn is that trial, and it's something for you to get through. So the things that are happening that aren't optimal are there for you to be overcoming. They're little challenges that we have to make sure that we're meeting. And then once we meet them, then we can progress, we can move forward. The moon is trine Mercury later on tonight at 11:39. So that's how long that moon is without an aspect all day long. How we use Mercury has little to do with what we want, desire, or what we're doing, okay? Now think about that. It has little to do with that stuff. What it has to do with is what we're discovering, okay? Something deeper inside of us. It's not those surface wants. It's not that Venus stuff, because Venus is very much in a position right now between the Black Moon Lilith and Mars that she's not really sure what she wants. She's in Virgo going, we need to put some of this stuff out here, right? By doing that, by strengthening that part of Venus, right, with what it is that, some real thoughtful stuff as far as what we want to attract to us and how we want to be attracting things to us. It will help us as we move through, as Venus moves through Virgo and into Libra. And then that's where everything can balance out as far as attractions, romance, and art and beauty. Now, if any planet can access your own Hades, your own personal Hades, it's Mercury. Okay, so we're going to have to pay attention to Mercury. We just talked about what Venus is doing, but how we're going to get to it is Mercury, because Mercury is the planet, in the stories of the gods, he was the one who actually was able to go into the underworld, right? That's how Persephone got released. Mercury went down there and negotiated with Hades, or Pluto, for the lack of a better word, for her release. Okay, half of the year, brokered that deal. So look, it's Mercury, so make sure you're getting lots of rest, okay? And that should be part of that agenda, too. In 1900, the first Michelin guide is published by the brothers Edouard and André Michelin as a hotel and restaurant reference guide to encourage more road travel and boost tire sales, right? Cool. Now, in our birth is Dom DeLuise. He's an American comic actor. You know him from some Mel Brooks movies? Oh, yes, The Dean Martin Show, Cannonball Run, yeah, something like that, right? Dan Bluth films. He's a director and a cookbook writer. He was born in Brooklyn, New York, and he died in 2009. So, Dom DeLuise, great comic, great comedian. So that's all we got for you. So let's recap, shall we? And thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it, and I hope you make the most of today, because it is going to be creative. It is very creative. So get going on it, right? But you actually use that creativity to reform what it is that you're doing and get a little bit more structure and discipline in there, right? Saturn moving backwards, and Venus in a very responsible Earth sign of Virgo. And that is all I have for you. Today's keyword is seeing, and the color is twilight. And today's a 5. Happy astrocatting. Meow.